Yo, what is going on, guys? Sovereign Paladin here, and you know what? I just finished up the storyline of Final Fantasy 15 a few days ago, and you know what? I gotta tell you, Final Fantasy 15, great game. Few things that I didn't like about it. Actually, the main storyline is actually too easy. The hardest parts of the game are post-game stuff, like always, like most Final Fantasies are. Like the real challenges come after you complete the main storyline, but that's not the problem here. The thing is, they made it too easy to level. And after I finished the main storyline, I was probably about level 55, about 56 maybe. And then that was all legit levels too. That was just through doing grinding side quests throughout chapter 3, and then blowing through chapters 6 through the rest of the game, just like instantaneously. And I found out about an experience hack, or actually exploit I should say, later on, and I decided to actually do this once I reached level 72. I think 72, 73, I actually did this because I decided I want to do some of the late game dungeons and some of the harder quests out there, where it really requires you to be level 99, especially when you start facing people, like enemies that are over level 100. So I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and do this. I have all the items I need already. Let's see how much XP I could really do this in. And this exploit, which I'm going to show you guys today, I was able to get 4.7, almost 4.8, nearly 500 million XP doing this. And I just obviously jumped from 72 to 99, and I maxed out the other characters as well. Whatever level you are, once you get to chapter 3 and you have open world, you can pretty much do this at any time. And you can take advantage of it by using the 2 times XP hotel, or if you wait till you get to Altissia in chapter 9, then you can actually fully take advantage of this, because then you have access to the 100% XP buff, and you could probably at that time have enough AP unlocked to have 3 accessories, and you probably could have 3 Moogle charms at that time. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did this, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so here we go, guys. So, as I said before, you can actually do this in any chapter after chapter 3, as long as you have access to the open world. To take full advantage and to get the most out of this exploit, try to do it once you have access to Altissia. If you don't worry, like I said, you can still do it, but it will take you a little bit longer to get this much XP. Now, what you'll want to do first thing is look for these items. You may already have some. If you're used to running around and picking up everything you see, then you should have at least a few of these. So you want debased items and rare coins. So the first thing you'll probably notice you have a lot of is debased coins. Rare coins, debased banknote, debased silver piece. Also, if you're later in the game, you can actually farm it from a certain enemy, which is the cockatrice, and that is the cockatrice crest, to be exact. That is an item that they drop, and they can actually give you an XP bonus as well once you actually craft it into your spells. So early on, it's easier to just get the debased items, and you can actually do that by running around the map for a few hours and just farming these, going through different areas. Or if you just want to run quests, actually just make sure you run on a chocobo or on feet. Do not go in your car, because you want to be able to pick up everything that you walk by. And try to stick close to the road. Usually I find a lot of them like near the roads or off the road paths. Actual paths that are on the map that you can see, just run near those and you'll find a bunch of stuff everywhere. So I did this for about 2 to 4 hours, just running around picking up items. And as you can see here, I have a lot of different spells. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, I think. And so right here, I'm showing you exactly what I do. I basically just take one of the items here. So you see I have I'm using 1 fire. You don't need to make strong spells doing this. I did this with one of them and a few of them, but you don't have to do this, okay? You want to try to make it as weak as possible because you don't want to kill off the enemy immediately. You want to be able to cast as many as you can without killing them, so that way you can get as much XP in one fight as possible. Now I'm going to go down to my debased item, and debased items, you want to get about 21 to 22 of them to get the experience bonus level 99 or 96. A lot of people say to be the most efficient, go to 96, don't go to 99, because then you're using one extra that you don't really need to, which could be used for a different spell. I don't really care. I had so many at the time, and I overkilled this with so much XP. I just went to 99. I wanted to get the most out of everyone that I could, and whatever was left over, I use a little bit later, just to cap off the rest of my XP. But like I said, if you want to be the most efficient, go to 96 and save the rest for other spells. Also, if you're limited on how many spells you can create at one time, you don't have enough slots for it, just do as many as you can. I have a lot of slots here because, like I said, I'm in post game now. I think I have 8 slots now for spells, so I have a lot of space. So you can see I'm just scrolling through looking for the other items, and that's the cockatrice crest. And that's like one of the lowest that you can get there. You have to farm a lot of those. That's why I said just run around the map and look for them, because debased items, they're everywhere. Just run around and pick those up. So I just want to show you what else I'm doing here. With Noctis, I unlocked 2 extra accessory slots. So I actually am running 3 Moogle Charms, and if you don't know what the Moogle Charm does, it's an actually 20% boost to XP gained. That's right, and it does stack. So that's why I said if you want to really take advantage of this XP exploit, you're going to want to do this near chapter 9 or a little bit after chapter 9 if you want to. So that way you can have enough time to unlock enough slots and collect enough Moogle Charms. So that way I always have a 60% buff of XP gained with Noctis. My other characters, I don't really care about them. Whatever, I solo everything anyways, they always die. So I'm not worried about that. But what I did here, for the mission in Altissia, you want to get something where the enemy's not going to die. They need to be pretty strong compared to your level and your actual magic strength. They need to be strong. So that's the mission that I chose. So what I do is also here in Altissia, you have this specific food is only here, and you get a 100% XP buff. So anything that you do that gains you XP, you're gonna double that. Okay, so we're talking about stacks on stacks, guys. Noctis is already getting 60% buff. This is gonna double whatever he gets from that. So this is the food right here, the lasagna. Look at that, 100%. That's the only thing we really care about. Everything else is just extra. I'm not worried about that. The HP boost, great. Not really worried about it. This game basically helps you run on unlimited potions, as cheap as they are. And then resistant, who cares? It doesn't really matter. I'm not really going to be fighting these guys, as you'll see a little bit. So I just want to make sure I get this food, and I'm ready to go as soon as I get this, because this next farming process could take a little time, and it could run you 2 night cycles. So you don't want to spend this money twice, because that's 8,000 gil. So you need 8,000 gil for this food, and then 30,000 gil for the actual hotel room to get you the next XP piece. So I'm going to head over to the quest location now, and we are going to fast forward till we get there. So guys, if you're actually doing this in chapter 3 and you don't have access to Altissia yet, no worries. You can actually go to the Chocobo Post, do a few missions through there, and then you'll actually be able to unlock the food from the vendor at the Chocobo Post, and it is the Fat Chocobo Sandwich, which is a 50% XP bonus. Now, it's not the greatest, it's not 100%, but it's a lot better than nothing, so definitely go for that. And actually, once you eat that Fat Chocobo Sandwich, Ignis will actually learn a new recipe, so you won't actually have to pay for it, which is a plus, so you don't have to spend any money there. You just have to find the actual items. So FYI, if you're in chapter 3. Alright, so we're now just getting over to the location where the quest is. I'm going to jump over this. and spawn in our enemy. There we go. And remember, you want to choose an enemy that's a little bit stronger. So I just wanted to spawn them in, run outside of the spawn. I wanted to see how long the spawn area actually is and where the limit is where I actually pull aggro. So I'm going to step right into their box. That's where I pull aggro at. Going to hit them with the spell, get my XP, then leave. And if you see right here, bam, 30,000 something XP right there. Beautiful. And that's just for one spell, and I have dozens of these guys. So look at that. They all have 34,000. I have 40,000 because of my buff that I get on top of theirs. So, and this is also because of the food that I had and the Moogle charms that I get the 40,000. See, I wasn't able to do there because I have to wait for the refresh. So I don't want to stay in the area so I can get attacked and everything. I also want to leave so that they can regen some health because I don't want to kill them and have to restart this mission over because that wastes time. And our 100% food XP buff is on a time limit. So I want to try to do this as fast as possible and don't want to be running back and forth. Look at that, guys. 2 spells and I'm already at 82,000. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is what I'm going to do. Pretty much until I run out of spells. And when I run out, I'm going to use the remainder of all my items that will get me XP. They won't be level 99 experience boosts. They'll probably be mostly around the 40s, maybe one in the 30s, but I'll just get those knocked out. And during this run, I have so many spells that I actually have to, I run out of nighttime because you see I'm already at, the timer's already at 1. So I only have 3 more hours before the sun starts to come up and these monsters actually despawn. So I actually have to run back to the actual vendor, and then once I get back to the vendor, abandon the quest and then enter the quest again so it jumps it straight to night. Okay, I don't want to wait. If you jump straight to night, then it won't use up any of that timer, so you can keep that timer in. So, and that is one of the biggest things too, trying to do as much as possible within the time limit of the food so you don't have to spend extra money. And I was very limited here. I didn't want to have to do a bunch of quests and stuff to actually get more gil or sell stuff off. I actually don't really like selling stuff. I'm a hoarder in these types of games. I don't sell anything unless I'm in a bind and I really need to. Alright, so yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of this, so we're going to speed this up. I may just... You know what? We'll just speed it up. We don't need to actually cut. Let's just speed it up. There we go. Alright, I'm so sorry if you have epilepsy. That could have given you a seizure. Hopefully not. So as you see here, guys, daytime comes and they despawn. So I'm like, oh shit! So I actually see like, okay, can I get them to spawn again? And then it says the spawning only occurs at night. So I panic. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to spend another $8,000 or gil, whatever. So I was like, oh, what's this shiny thing? Pick it up. And yeah, I get that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to run back to the restaurant and see if I can trick this. And I kind of get lost because Altisha is a maze fuck. And yeah, so I try to get out of here and I get lost. And there you go. Yeah, not there. No, nope. Nope. Wrong way. Wrong way. So I will fast forward this once again until we get back to the restaurant.
Was wondering when you might show up.
Alright, so here we are back at the restaurant. So I'm going to go to the hunts and look at this quest, and I am going to click on another one. Just abandon it. It doesn't matter what you do. Just abandon the hunt. Aborted. Yay. So it's daytime. You got to make sure it's daytime, okay? And that you can actually do it at 4, at the number 4 actually. So I get the hunt again, and once again pick one that's going to give you a strong opponent that you don't kill them in 1 or 2 hits. And then it says, it's only happens at night. Do you want to wait till night? I said yes, and look at our food. Yeah, still nothing. Okay, if I would have waited those hours and one day, or almost by sunset, I believe that those buffs would have been gone. So right now I'm going to travel back to the area and we are going to get back into it now. Alright guys, so I actually want to slow it down here so you see something. Look, I go back in while the XP screen is still up. And I made a mistake. I run out, XP screen puts up 0 XP, shoot off the spell and leave before that screen goes away. I wasted a spell and I wasted 40,000 XP right there. So, word of advice. Do not leave the fight, even when you cast the XP spell. Do not leave the fight until that XP screen has left your screen completely. Has left your screen completely. Then you can exit the fight again, okay? I made a huge mistake, and that 40,000 XP could have changed. I mean, not much. I already hit my 99. It would have been negligible at this point. But word of advice for you guys, if you're at a lower level and you don't need 5, 6, 7, 8 million XP, you know, every little bit counts when you're on a lower level. So, I mean, 40,000 XP when you're level 20 could really get you to like level 30 almost. Me, I really don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I really don't know, but it means a lot the lower level you are. So, really here, that 40,000 XP is technically 3 times that once I go to the luxury hotel. So we're talking about 120,000 essentially XP. So that can make a huge difference. So guys, just be a little patient. Don't just rush in like I did. Make sure that the XP screen has exited your screen completely before you leave the fight again. So I'm going to fast forward here a little bit more so that way you don't have to watch all this redundancy in its entirety. Oh, so if you guys end up coming to Audition and doing this exact quest, I found this little section over here. For some reason, these enemies cannot get to you over here. I'm not sure why, but they do not come near you when you're over in this corner. So all I did, just so that the wait timer wouldn't go off, I would just keep jumping over here until my spell recharged, and then I shot it off again. And as soon as they almost died, I would just leave the area, let them regen while my spell refreshed, and then I went back in and headed over to this corner. I wish I would have found this a little bit sooner so I wouldn't have to keep running in and out and running the risk of not catching the XP. But you know what? For you guys, just know that if you come over here, they will not approach you whatsoever. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was my game that was bugged while I was doing this, because there are a lot of glitches in this game. But definitely exploit this corner, guys. Definitely do it. I mean, we're already exploiting XP as it is. Let's go a little bit further. Keep it going. think here I was just finishing them off. I was just trying to kill them off because I think this was my last spell. So I wanted to kill them completely. And, oh yeah, that was my Firaga, so yeah, done and done. That is 1.1 million right there. So there's that. Walk it off in the flames. Like a boss, knocked. Like a boss. Yeah, so I do have a few debased items and a few rare coins left, so I'm actually, you'll see in a little bit, I'm going to finish those up so I can just cap off the rest of my XP. And like I said, those are going to be around XP bonus 48 or in the 30s. So I will probably, I might not show that just so that you guys know that that's just what it is. That's what I did. I'm telling you now, no need to show you more of this redundancy. So we will go ahead and skip all the way until we do the bonus at the inn or the hotel, whatever you want to call it. So let's skip forward now. All right, so a little bit of time to get there. Now we are at the hotel where we are actually going into the second gentleman over here. Hello, sir. And we are actually going to go into, I'm just going to show you where it's at right now. Yes. Yes. And like I said, you guys, like, if you are in an earlier chapter, you can do this at the, I forget the name of the place. I will put it on the screen. But there's a 2 times XP in there, in the luxury hotel there. It's down at the dock, wherever that's at, on the southern tip.
Let's call it
so I feel like that's maybe 5,000 there, but in Altisha it's 30,000. But it's totally worth it, guys. Save up the gil. Definitely get that. And as you'll see here, we're really gonna maximize our XP. So we are at 1.5, almost 1.6 mil here, and with that 3 times bonus, we jump up to 4.7, almost 4.8 mil. That's enough to cap us off. We didn't even need to do that. That's a little bit of overkill for the level I'm currently on. Like I said, this takes no time at all compared to how long it would take if you actually did the grind doing side quests and main story quests. It's just, like I said, too easy with this exploit, and there should be no reason why you don't reach the level cap in Final Fantasy 15. It's just absolutely too simple to do this. A few hours compared to a few days or a few weeks to try to do this traditionally, grinding it out. So you guys tell me what you think about this, if you're gonna do it, if you have already done it. If you did this in Altisha, if you did this earlier in the story, let me know in the comment section below. There you go, the level cap, 99. It would be nice if we get a new game plus and we can actually raise that level cap. That'd be really cool, but you know, it's Final Fantasy. Everything caps out in 9s. Level 99. Health 9,999. Damage 9,999. Weird limit breaks that you can actually do it with, but for the most cases, no. Yep. So that's it, guys. Get to your level cap. Let's do this. So you can go do some actual fun post game stuff, late game stuff, end game stuff, whatever you want to go. Who cares? Who cares, guys? The fun stuff, the stuff that really matters, the actually challenging stuff. Yeah, feeling like a new man, knocked, all grown up. I'm still missing some royal arms here. I gotta go tackle that. I think I'll do that later. Not now. Oh, and I could finally get rid of these mogul charms. No need for them anymore. I can actually use accessories that matter. It's time to work for my ribbons. Gotta get a ribbon on everyone. Not really. Just me. Like I said, everyone always dies, and it's easier just to solo certain things because, you know, they just get in the way sometimes. I guess Ignis for late game stuff when he can give you that buff. I mean, because the damage buff is pretty useful, so maybe I'll give him a ribbon too. But Prompto, he's worthless. You know what? The Empire should have just kept him. I didn't want him back. I really didn't. All he does is die. He's a ranged character, but for some reason he he's just in the shit with Gladio. I don't even get it. It's horrible AI, and he's just annoying and complains about everything. And actually, I'm going to have a rant video about Prompto, special video just for him, because he's worthless, and the world needs to know. So yeah, these are my current accessories that I have hoarded. None of them are really that great right now. These are just like kind of like the main story stuff you get, some random side quest stuff that I've gotten so far. I have a lot of dungeons to do behind the secret doors to actually get the good stuff. So stay tuned for that if you want to watch those play-alongs and those walkthroughs of those dungeons. I'm not looking forward to it at all because those are the real grinds right there. Gotta go stock up on items too. All the potions, all the Phoenix Downs, because just got to. So we're gonna end this video here, guys. So let me know what you guys think about this exploit. It's a mechanic of the game. It's there for you to use. Honestly, like I said, they made it a little bit too easy to level in this game. If you really just take the time to grind out these items, you can literally level at any point in the game. From Chapter 3, when you finally get access to open world, and you can pretty much be level 99 right then. If you just take a few hours to find the items you need, which I showed you exactly where they are, you can really reach that level cap right away and just blow through the entire storyline like nothing. And I think that's poorly thought out on their end, on the developer's end, I should say. But whatever, it's a mechanic of the game. It's there. Use it to your advantage, I guess. I waited till post-game to do this because I didn't want to make it too easy or take away from my actual overall experience. But not everybody likes to play the same, so do what you want to do, all right? It's not going to affect me at all. So that's why I wanted to bring you guys this video, show you the strategy. And also, I'm going to be coming out with some later dungeons and stuff like that. And also, we have some DLC coming out soon. I can't wait for that. So stay tuned for those, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to let me know you guys want to see more Final Fantasy 15 and other games on this channel. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, right over here on Patreon, and it actually helps me get more content to you guys a little bit faster. So stay tuned for more content, guys. I'll be coming back with more videos later this week, so I will see you later. I'm Sovereign, and I'm out.